The great British love affair with train travel is as old as the railways themselves. From the beating heart of London's metropolis to the majesty of the Scottish Highlands. Connecting coast and countryside with our great cities, the East Coast Line has it all.
Disregard that, it's a glitch.
But it's the people who give life to this railway.
I'm on Frisco, I trust it.
The Republic are the best form of entertainment on the planet.
The East Coast Line carries 19 million passengers a year on 155 train journeys a day, along almost 1,000 miles of track. East Coast is the largest operator on the line. It runs trains, manages stations, and employs nearly 3,000 staff.
That's all you do it all day.
I'm not playing with you while you're showing off.
The East Coast workforce toils tirelessly.
Handy bags, please.
From driving trains
Look at this office window. Fantastic.
to making breakfasts
I took that much bacon over the years, surprised I haven't turned into a pig.
to controlling the whole train set.
Morning, that's absolutely excellent, Graham.
Keeping everything on track behind the scenes and in public.
I've been standing here for half an hour.
These are the real heroes of the railway. East Coast Trains is a huge operation. Behind the scenes, a dedicated workforce grafts 24/7 to keep everything on track.
We are the unsung heroes of the railway.
And on the front line is an army of devoted ambassadors.
I'll put your suitcase in just so you're not standing there for a while.
From whistleblowers to breakfast chefs.
Oh, me bacon.
These guys and gals are the public face of the railway, and they're primed for every eventuality.
Apparently there's some suspicious youths just up around the cycle racks.
Oh, look, your coat's all undone.
Highly trained to deal with the best
If anybody wants the paper, I'll leave it here.
and the worst that we, Joe Public, can throw at them.
If you did this on an airline, you'd get to your destination and you'd be arrested.
It's their job to keep calm and carry on.
They reckon there's a total loss of power, but being a Friday, it couldn't get worse.
Through good times and bad.
That's the last train I'll ever dispatch in my life.
I had one guy who said, "Can I have a poached egg?" And I said, "No, you can't have a poached egg." I says, "Because we've only got omelettes, so I do apologise, sir." And he went, "No." He says, "I don't think you understand. Can I have a poached egg?" And I went, "I don't know what you would understand, that I've only got omelettes." And I had to say it quite sternly. And he went, "But really, don't they come from the same place as chicken?" And I went, "Well, they do, but..." I says, "They're not made on a train, so the omelettes are made and then they're brought on, and I regenerate them." And he went, "So you don't do poached eggs?" And I just went, nah, mate, nah.
All aboard the full English breakfast club. Dishing up over 16,000 fry-ups a year are top chef Mark and customer service assistant Karen.
Morning. Did you place an order with the chef this morning? What did you order? Here we go. And for yourself. All right. Whoa. Any tomato sauce or brown sauce? Thank you very much. Cheers.
Got a lid. Put the dog on it.
It's 4:20 in the morning. Mark's always very tired at this point, and I'm always very alive. Morning, you all right? We're on the M45 from Newcastle to London King's Cross this morning. We stop at Durham, Darlington, Northallerton, York, Doncaster, Newark, Northgate, Grantham, Peterborough, and then London King's Cross. So 9 stops. 9 stops, yeah. 9 stops. 8 of them we pick up and we do the service from.
East Coast services start at 4:45 a.m., catering for sleep-starved commuters. 60 members of staff rose well before dawn to get this Newcastle to London train up and running.
Coming alive now, coming alive.
Despite the cosy cooking area, Mark still has 5 different breakfast dishes up his sleeve.
Karen, I hate the bits on the rosti, so I just smooth the rosti down.
The conditions may be cramped, but Mark wouldn't want to chef anywhere else.
You've got your bonuses of a fantastic job, and you've got the job security, because you know you refer to the railway as a job for life as well, because you just feel very secure in your job on the railway. Woo! Smoky! This is typical.
This is my toast.
This is Sue toast. Oh, it's lovely, as you can see.
When the heat's on in the kitchen, it's often Karen who keeps an eye on quality control.
Could never ever serve anybody that, could you?
I went to the job centre and they said to me, we've got 2 jobs here. Either one be a butcher or one join the railway. And I thought, well, transport sounds interesting to me. None of my family or relatives have ever been on the railway. I'm the first person in the family to work on the railway, so I'll go for it.
Yes, 47 years after taking that job, JR is now one of the York team's longest-serving members. He's done almost every job at the station. But the thing he loves best is dispatching trains. Over his 5-decade-long career, JR has sent off over 50,000 services.
Anybody for the London, you want to be further down. Further down. Doors up.
Today is a very important day.
8:43.
Because after all those years on the job, JR is retiring.
Hello, Graham.
Is this your last day?
It is. I thought you... Is that for me?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
I wish you all the best.
Oh, you're a big mate of mine. It's all right, Syria.
And one of York's regulars, train spotter Graham, is determined to mark this momentous occasion.
Oh, my God. It's like Christmas all over. Oh, this looks interesting. Let's see what it is. Decanter. Oh, that's nice. Well, thank you very much, Graham.
Remember and follow the Scottish whiskey.
I will do now. That's my card. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'll treasure that. Good luck, goodbye from Graham. Train spotter. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I will miss him, but life goes on, doesn't it?
For JR is going to be a long and emotional final day. It's hen and stacktastic at Newcastle Station. Until disaster strikes.
They reckon there's a total loss of power.
Never happens at the quietest of times.
Spanning the length of Britain, the East Coast Line clocks up 19 million passenger journeys a year. Its staff have seen it all.
I had a lady come into the station and I could see she was like holding her face like this. And her husband ran over and he went, excuse me. I went, what's the problem? Can I help you? He went, my wife's glass eyes popped out. He went, it's on the track. What had happened was her son was going away in the army or something and she'd cried that much that the eye had popped out. We took it back up and I actually helped the lady wash it. She put it back in and I never laughed all the way through, but it wasn't until later on Glenn said to me, you kept your face straight all the way through that. He said, you even washed that glass eye. He went, if that's not going the extra mile, I don't know what is.
Jumping eyeballs are not the only bizarre items the East Coast staff have to contend with.
We've had wooden legs, all sorts in our lost property, blow-up dolls, everything.
At York Station, Julie's been directing trains and playing mum to passengers for 14 years.
What you done? Lost your bag?
Yeah, I've lost all my bags.
Where's your case? Are you just going for a day?
I'm off to the Shard Tower.
Oh, look, your coat's all undone. All not right.
Well,
There you go.
I did an emergency toilet from the
Ah.
top.
Julie's duties are wide and varied, and she's used to dealing with the unexpected.
From leaving the children on the platform, people collapsing, injuries, everything. I just love it. Every day is different. You get disruption, and it's just lovely.
Today, it's not so happy Abby who has caused the disruption.
Just to let you know, I'm going to be a bit late because I've been an idiot and dropped my bags down the train line. All right, I'll see you when I can.
Did it just slip out of your hand?
I was an idiot and had my bag on my suitcase and lifted it up to get into the carriage and it just fell down. Nightmare.
It may just be a little handbag, but any item on the track signals major disruption.
Hello, it's Julie Garney. Stop the services coming through platform 3 while I'm on the track. Yes, please. Thank you, bye. Got my high visible vest on, I've got my boots on, trousers. I don't want to go down with a skirt on. Show all my legs.
I'm a hairdresser, so all of my equipment's all in my bag. And I've missed my train now. I'm on my way to do a photo shoot in Sheffield. I'm such an idiot. I feel really bad.
With an entire track out of service, Julie leaps into action.
There you go. All right.
You're welcome, Abby. That's all part of the service.
All done, and the lady's got her bag back.
Newcastle, a mecca for stag and hen parties. It's the last Friday of the month, Payday, and hundreds of revelers are arriving at the station for the start of a big night out. On the platform tonight is Daz, a man who's come across so many crazy costumes he could open a fancy dress shop.
It was last year, the year before, one lost these 2 tiger suits and lost property, and they've been left by obviously some stag party. So me and Mark put these tiger suits on, ran around the station. It was just absolutely funny as hell. Everybody was cracking up laughing. It was me and Collie just running around in these tiger suits. It was a right laugh.
From early afternoon, there are hens aplenty flouncing on and off trains.
You getting married, mate?
And ever alert to the call to action, Banana Man, who's less alert than a superhero should be.
And always wear clean pants, kids, in case you get hit by a car.
I was going to say she'll be a lucky girl, but he wasn't packing much, right?
Daz has been working at Newcastle Station for 12 years, and Payday Friday shifts are always the liveliest.
The problems we get with stag and hen parties, we get a lot of delay off trains because what they do is they're obviously just sitting to the very last moment. They hear the announcements on the train, but they're not really paying attention. Then when the train stops, they're like looking out the window and they can see the Newcastle sign and they say, "We're here." All right, girls, we'll have to rush you. had instances where people have put the windows down and they've actually physically dived out onto the platform because obviously they've realised that it's their station. What the hell are they doing in that?
Daz has his hands full with a station full of party animals. But his shift is about to get a whole lot harder.
Nothing going north at the minute.
90 miles south at East Coast Control Center, there's high drama. A lightning bolt has hit some of the signals, and this could mean chaos for the network and for Daz.
East Coast Control, Robin speaking. Basically, at about 3 o'clock, there was a thunderstorm south of Berwick. That's knocked out some of the signalling. What we've had to do is cancel trains at Edinburgh and cancel trains at Newcastle to stop sending trains towards the affected area.
They reckon there's a total loss of power, so the next 2 trains I think will make it in, and then we might not have nothing for a while.
Delays are bad at the best of times, but on a busy Friday, they're disastrous. 17 trains an hour, each carrying around 400 passengers, are scheduled to pass through Newcastle today. With the service stalled, disgruntled passengers will not only get stuck on board, thousands could start to pile up on the station platforms.
And you're talking tens of thousands of passengers and packed into the doorways as well. And obviously it's rammed, you've just got to see passengers everywhere.
A lot of people going home for the weekend, etc., going away for the weekend. You know, sod's law, but that's the way it is. Never happens at the quietest of times.
Looks like Daz's Payday Friday could become the shift from hell. In York, veteran of the railways, JR, has seen his fair share of crisis management. But today, his shift is not about controlling chaos, it's about saying goodbye.
There's 3 teams on York Station. To me, it's like my family. So I meet them regular. If I want for a drink, I'll see them somewhere. Go around to see them at their house, have a drink with them. Oh yeah, they're all keep friendly. Yeah, I'll always be there, always be my mates.
All the best to you, darling. You take care.
When I left my house this morning, I thought, it's weird. When I come back here at 2 o'clock or whatever, I finished. And this gentleman here is always giving me mints. He looks after me on the sweet department. See you later.
There's one person who means more to him than all the rest. His teammate of 17 years and current boss, Paola.
JR is loved, honestly, by everybody here. He's just always been the same. He comes into work positive, upbeat, always the same, never sad.
Oh, what's that? Forever friends. And we will be. We will be always friends for the rest of our lives, Paola.
Okay.
All right.
Enjoy today.
I know what that one now going up. We changed locks. I'm only joking. Yeah, so, hey, can't go in. Keep him out. They've changed all locks. He's gone. Change them. That's it.
We do actually change the codes on the door when people leave. But it's that's just what we do as part of process and security, but he'll never be shut out.
As one of Paola's team takes his leave, another new recruit's life on the railway is just beginning.
I was in my previous role as a fishmonger, and one of my customers was Paola, the station manager now, and like what she saw in me, thought I'd be good at the job. I got, you could say, poached. It's a massive change for me, but it's the best decision I've ever made, to be honest.
Paola might have poached Liam away from the salmon, but he's got a lot to prove before he's ready to dispatch trains like JR. At the moment, his main task is station security.
Every hour, I have to do a full lap of the station. So I'm looking for anything suspicious, any hidden packages, all of them platforms, the travel centre, the car parks, the bike racks. I've got to check all that within 1 hour, and I've got to do that every hour for my full shift.
Railway rookie Liam has to be extra specially vigilant.
Apparently there's some suspicious youths just up around the cycle racks. They passed a few minutes ago, drinking. I don't think they were probably old enough to drink, but the police are on their way anyway. I'm pretty sure they've cleared off, but I have to go down this platform anyway, so. And the police have just gone down by the bike racks as well, so just to check that those youths have definitely cleared off, which it appears they have. At random intervals also, the Department for Transport, they will come and they'll test us. They can and quite often do plant something. So last time it was a small black hole doll. They give us 2 hours really to find it. So they're the hide and seek experts really.
Did you find it on that occasion?
The last time, no, I didn't. So I really feel the pressure now to make sure next time they come that I've got to find it. So I think, yeah, if Liam's great at his job, Liam's going to find it. If Liam's on duty, we know we're safe. Yeah, no worries, Pav. I'm on platform 7, but I'll make my way over. Over.
Liam's been called to check a security alert.
I just had a message of some unattended luggage at the front of the station, so this is when I come in useful and earn my money, so I'll have to have a look at that.
The unattended bag could represent a major security threat. Liam is straight on the case.
Let's have a look. Yeah, as predicted, pretty much nothing. Nothing. No, I think we're all clear. Safe to fight another day.
Problems pile up on Payday Friday.
And the more build-up of passengers it is, then it becomes really dangerous.
And while the hens make the best of a bad day, it could be game over for the stags.
The only person that caught the last train north was the stag.
It's Payday Party Friday in Newcastle, and Information Controller Daz is in the middle of one of the most stressful shifts of his year. Everybody wants to start their weekend, but thousands of passengers are going nowhere fast.
All I can do is ask you to wait a while. There's nothing moving at the moment north of Newcastle.
Okay.
So if you have a seat in the waiting room or on the platforms, and as soon as we know something, we're going to come round, but listen to our announcements as well, yeah?
Okay.
If I have a seat in the waiting room, I have a seat on the platforms, and as soon as we know, we'll let you know.
Right,
listen to our announcements, so madam, okay?
All right, thanks very much.
90 miles south in the central control room is controlled chaos because of an unexpected lightning strike.
45 minutes. Who am I to stop thundering and lightning? I'm afraid, you know, that does happen. The systems short out. And we don't end up with a situation unsafe, and we don't end up with a train heading into an area where there is no signalling at all.
4 trains heading north from King's Cross and 3 trains heading south from Scotland have all been stopped in their tracks.
There's a waiting room and that there if you want to keep warm and that. Okay, as soon as we know, we'll let you know. Cheers, thank you. The hardest thing is obviously the passengers all want to know what's going on. Until I don't know anything, I'll try to listen to that and keep the trains going at the same time as well as everybody talking to us, so it makes it quite hard.
Over 3,000 passengers are stuck on trains, and the number waiting at Newcastle station is about to hit 1,000. It's up to Daz to keep calm and carry on.
I do believe there's been buses ordered, but we'll obviously have to wait and see what happens in the next half an hour.
It's a good night out. It's a good night out in Newcastle anyway.
A very good night. A party city, yeah? Okay.
Central Control has to take action before the situation gets worse.
Just bear with me. Nicola, November 19's nearly in Newcastle, so that could form Echo 2-1.
The decision is taken to terminate all northbound trains at Newcastle and send them back down south, keeping the service running between Newcastle and London at least.
Right, this is the 1558 to London. You can get on now. Anybody travelling on the 1558?
So for Daz, it's all changed as his northbound trains have just become southbound.
Right, let's get it away, let's get it away. All right, bud. No crew, no buffet crew. I'm not worried about the buffet crew, but we've got a gardener driver that'll do, yeah? Cheers, though, thank you.
With the southbound passengers out of his hair, Daz has still to deal with the northbound passengers stranded on the other platforms. Their trains are still not running, but although many are dressed up with nowhere to go, some have come prepared.
We've got some gin and tins and
The train's delayed, but we're making the most of it. We're having a hen party on the station.
we're having a platform party.
My little sister's getting married, so every guy around is going to be crying their eyes out because this beautiful lady's taken. Well done, Nikki.
Cheers, ladies. If only the lads were as well organised.
We're here on a stag do. 22 people. The only person that caught the last train north was the stag, who's now at Edinburgh Station on his own in a kilt, dressed like Mel Gibson. He looks a state and he's on his own. We're all a bit sad for him. The one rule is that no one leaves the stag alone, and 21 other people left the stag alone. We have completely dropped the ball.
We don't know what to do now. We don't know how to get to Edinburgh. We're completely lost.
You got me?
Rebecca here doesn't know what to do.
Rebecca.
We're lost.
Rebecca.
So far, Daz has managed to keep a cool head. But as disruption continues, he starts to feel the pressure.
The more trains that come in and terminate, the more passengers we're going to have here. As you can see from them, there's quite a lot of people close to the edges and that, you know, and the more build-up of passengers it is, then it becomes really dangerous, and it's obviously a concern, you know. But being a Friday, it couldn't get worse. It cannot get worse on a Friday.
"270 miles away, down south at King's Cross, self-confessed trolley dolly Jack is preparing for showtime. Jack used to fancy treading the boards, but since starting his job on the railway, he's realized there's no more captive an audience than one trapped on a train.
If I'm there and I'm having fun and I'm talking to the customers, I'm being a bit show busy, I'm having a bit of fun with them, then that makes my day go quicker. If they're then enjoying their journey because I'm being a bit silly, then that makes their journey go a bit quicker. Everyone has a nicer day. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jack Allen, catering crew leader for your journey. I did performing arts when I was in college as an A-level, so I mean, maybe it probably stems from that. For those passengers in standard class who do wish to remain seated, the trolley service is making its way through the train. Yeah, that's my stage. Any teas, coffee, cold drink? Make sure that's actually the right items, that I haven't charged you for something you've not got. Is that okay? No worries. I'll chuck that away for you if you want. It's not part of the receipt. I just like going through chatting rubbish to people. I do it to confuse people. I know what I'm doing. Professional me. Any refreshments at all? Oops, sorry. I'm throwing milk at people now. Yeah, sorry, I won't drop that one on you. That'd be really mean of me. It's kind of like manoeuvring a full shopping cart down a moving train. Oh, sorry, is that your bag there, sir? Yes, sorry, that's all right. So this is quite heavy, I don't want to damage anything. Until you get the hang of it, you're constantly crashing into people's seats and nearly running people over, which most people tend not to be too happy about.
And while mastering his trolley act, Jack's bumped into all sorts.
We actually had Prince Philip travelling with sort of 6 or 7 of his security detail who were mildly terrifying. I was very worried that I would get something wrong. I was worried that the train would jolt and I would get coffee everywhere. Luckily that didn't happen, I did that really awkward and annoying thing that when you're talking to someone, your voice breaks. Sort of, can I get you any coffee, sir? Oh, no.
Eagle-eyed staff might even get to spot their favourite celeb somewhere along the line.
Hugh Grant was trying to get into the toilet, which was closed for painting. So I took my chance, ran up, asked him if he'd like to use the toilet, and took him upstairs to the office. I found myself in the staff kitchen with him. He asked me where the toilet was, and when I went to show him, nothing came out of my mouth because I was so sort of in awe. We have a sign on the back of the toilet door now. Hugh Grant sat here.
It's not just Hollywood stars and royalty who frequent the East Coast line.
We're on the 11 o'clock from King's Cross to Edinburgh, and it stings up there. I think I've got a bit of an eye for it, if I'm honest. I don't know that I'm on the lookout, but I usually do pick up pretty quickly if I see someone famous.
Missed him, unfortunately, but Paul McCartney was on station a few weeks ago.
Bobby Robson, a mate had, he's fantastic. He was in when, obviously, before he passed away.
Jeremy Paxman, I used to work at Berg for a while. He was really nice. Big bloke, like really tall bloke, you know, when you get to see people in like real life, you don't realise some of them are either small or some of them are really big, you know.
And some of them are larger than life.
If anybody wants the paper, I'll leave it here. Recycled. Thank you for a lovely journey again.
Bye-bye, Sue.
Next leg of the journey, Skegness! Bye.
Keeping cool with famous faces is one thing. But one VIP who gets everybody hot under the collar is a customer so important they have to go completely incognito. She, who shall not be named or even seen, is what's known as a mystery shopper. Mysterious by name and blurry by nature.
Can I just say something to you? I have no idea.
Today is Bianca, Jack and Beth's turn to be spied on, but they don't even know it.
I'm definitely a people person. As you can probably tell, I can't stop talking. So it's the perfect job for me. I just enjoy it because every day is different. You never meet the same sort of people.
Bianca and I get on well. She talks an awful lot, but then that's Bianca.
They think they could spot an undercover agent a mile off.
Some of them can be sort of obvious. They'll be writing things down. They'll be sitting in certain carriages.
The lost for specialities.
Yeah. I wouldn't say go the extra mile, but they'll ask you to sort of, can I have a bottle of water? And you say, yeah, no problem, I'll bring that down for you. And as long as you bring it back, they know things like that.
But today, Bianca and Beth's Secret Service radar is way off course.
Yeah, can I have got the apple juice?
Unfortunately, I've only got orange this morning. Orange, okay? Any biscuits for you?
No, thank you.
There you go. Thank you very much.
We had one guy that was on once. We were going to Leeds. He came up from London, got off at Wakefield. We came straight back half an hour later and he got back on again. We were sort of all stood on the train going, I don't think you did much while you were in Wakefield, did you? But most of the time you can't really tell who they are.
So, will their customer service make the grade? Did Bianca and Beth's onboard performance impress the mystery shopper?
They seemed like a really nice team. They worked well together. They worked hard. No, they were good. They were really good. And they were cheerful with it. And they obviously wanted you to enjoy it.
Daz tries to keep his spirits up.
I stink of booze. Somebody will probably complain that I've been drinking.
And JR faces the final curtain.
That's the last train I'll ever dispatch in my life.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
After 47 years of loyal service, JR is working out his last ever shift. That's got to be worth the party.
Oh my God. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, look at this. My favourite is pork pies. My God. It's fantastic. Oh my God. Oh, it's fantastic. Thanks very much. Thank you.
It'll be okay.
I'll be all right. Right, all the best, John.
Yeah, we'll take you back to the car.
We'll see you later on. Thank you. See you later. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my word. See you later on.
But JR's final day is far from over.
Yeah.
He's still got his last ever train to dispatch.
All right. I'm feeling all right, but it's a shame it's going to be my last service to dispatch. Once this goes out of the platform, my last train for the rest of my life, so it's going to be emotional for me. Very upset about it, really.
JR dispatched his first train in 1987, and he's seen off over 30 a day ever since.
That's first stop London, sir. Coach where, sir?
E.
E, there it is, just behind you. OK. Here we go, we're in that train. Just watch it out, make sure it's OK. He's clapping his horn, he must know it's my last train. There she goes. That's it, isn't it, Paula? That's the last train I'll ever dispatch in my life.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, dear Faith. A bit sad about that. Anyway, I'll be all right.
Oh.
JR's 47 years of service to the line and to Joe Public is complete. But back at Newcastle, Daz's job is far from over. It's payday and a hen and stag do Friday, and after 2 hours of delays in both directions, the first train from Edinburgh finally arrives. The train needs to be cleaned quickly before it is turned around and sent back down the line, and Daz has drawn the short straw.
Basically what's happened here is the last stag party, like some stag parties do, decide to treat with trains like they're a tip. It's just disgusting this. I mean, these passengers, there have been 8 passengers, maybe 10 will be sitting in these seats now. I'm just going to try and get what I can off here just to make it look presentable at least, but I've got no tape. I would normally just tape the seat off. But I mean, look at this, man. It's unacceptable behaviour, isn't it? If you did this on an airline, you'd get to your destination and you'd be arrested. Simple as that, because that's what they do on the airlines, but we have to put up with it. I stink of booze. Somebody will probably complain that I've been drinking. Know what we can do, we'll just have to get it away. I haven't been drinking, mate. I want to eat the day after that.
And at long last, there's good news from the control centre about the north running trains.
Sierra 20, the 1400 King's Cross Aberdeen's just arrived in platform 2, so that should clear as many northbound passengers as possible. Trains will be running normally between Newcastle and Berwick in a few minutes.
Finally, the whole line is up and running again, and Daz can see light at the end of the tunnel.
The way things are going, by about 7 o'clock, we should have most passengers away by then, you know, so it should be good. We're getting there now, we're getting there, slowly but surely we're starting to get there, yeah.
Trying to get to Edinburgh for a hen-do and the train's here. We've been waiting 2 hours now. So 2 hours. 2 hours. The train's here. Yeah.
But there's one final spanner in the works.
That's this is a 1725, this one.
Stop at Northampton.
No, disregard that.
Okay,
It's a glitch, all right? That's a 1725.
The controller might say yes, but the computer says no.
He's going to try and update it. Somehow the computer thinks it's a different train. I know, it will be. It's a 1725, sir. I'm getting him to do something about that, okay? Oh, little man. You all right, mate? I'll just push you to the back there for a couple of seconds, all right, darling? Let me off, because I haven't got a ticket. Believe it or not, and we'll have me for it, yeah? It is, sir, yes, yes. 1725.
After an especially hectic Friday evening shift, no one deserves the relief of a weekend break more than Daz.
We've got everything back to normal. We're really happy, everybody's buzzing again. We're about to see the rest of the night out now. And I'll be off for a drink myself tonight and take my good lady for something eating that, yeah? It's payday, you know? You've got to date on payday, yeah?
With happy passengers finally on the move from Newcastle, back in York, there's one last surprise for one of the station's longest-serving staff members.
Oh, sorry. Oh, it's a sad day for me. Thank you very much. Oh, it's a sad day. Thank you very much. Cheers, thank you. Oh, I'm upset now. I am happy though. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you all. Thank you. Great. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers. I won't forget you as long as I live. Thank you very much. Thank you, Paola.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
Come on then.
Great. Thank you.
JR has absolutely loved it. He didn't expect any of the little surprises that we gave him. We've given him a nice send-off and we'll see him. We'll look after him.
See you later. Bye-bye.
The great British love affair with train travel is as old as the railways themselves. From the beating heart of London's metropolis to the majesty of the Scottish Highlands. Connecting coast and countryside with our great cities, the East Coast Line has it all.
Disregard that, it's a glitch.
But it's the people who give life to this railway.
Frisco, I trust you.
British public are the best form of entertainment on the planet.
The East Coast Line carries 19 million passengers a year on 155 train journeys a day, along almost 1,000 miles of track. East Coast is the largest operator on the line. It runs trains, manages stations, and employs nearly 3,000 staff.
That's what you're doing all day. I'm not playing with you while you're showing off.
The East Coast workforce toils tirelessly.
Demand your backs, please.
From driving trains...
Look at this office window. Fantastic.
...to making breakfasts...
I've cooked that much bacon over the years. Surprised I haven't turned into a pig.
...to controlling the whole train set.
Morning. That's absolutely excellent, Graham. Thank you very much for that news.
Keeping everything on track behind the scenes and in public.
I've been standing here for half an hour.
These are the real heroes of the railway. Around 3,000 men and women work for East Coast. Many have spent their entire working lives on the railway, and many more are only just embarking on their careers.
I've had a good shift, haven't we? Yes, darling.
But they all know that on the railways, no 2 days are alike.
Every day is different on the railway.
And whatever gets thrown their way, whether good or bad,
when you get something like a fatality, it puts things into context a little bit.
A bit crazy. One more and you're off the station.
it's all in a day's work.
And it's not working.
Anything can be thrown at you at any minute.
No, off the train. Off.
Late March. Officially, it's spring, but the Great British Winter is having one last hurrah. Just when everyone thought they could pack away their cold weather gear, Britain's woken up to the worst March snowfall in 30 years. And weather like this can spell chaos for the entire rail network.
It's running a little bit late, so it'll be about another 9 minutes or so.
At York Station, East Coast rookie dispatcher Liam is manning the information desk.
It's been a bit of a nightmare so far today, really. Heavy snow right across the country. A lot of our services have been delayed. It really is causing chaos, to be honest. You had a nightmare journey so far? Joking. Where have you come from?
From
All sorts of crazy inquiries. I mean, people are asking me if the train's going to be all right tomorrow, but I don't even know if the train's going to be all right in an hour's time, never mind tomorrow. So I always get inquiries like that, but I've not got a crystal ball, unfortunately. I wish I did, but I don't.
Can I see tickets, please? That's it, excellent. There you are. Thank you very much. Good morning. There you are. Thank you very much.
A snowstorm was the last thing guard Adrian expected when he boarded his Newcastle-bound train this morning.
Oh, it's getting deep here, isn't it? Look at that. A couple of inches deep at the platform. Oh, we're not even halfway there yet.
Yeah, can you just let me know the situation with the snow there? Is it still as bad as it was? It is still snowing.
At the control centre in York, the beating heart of the East Coast operation, the team is busy monitoring all services and ensuring communications are up to date across the network for crew and passengers.
You're okay as far as passengers getting in and out of the station? Right, that's perfect.
Information controller Mickey thinks they're managing the unexpected disruption pretty well.
We're able to run a pretty decent service. In fact, we haven't cancelled one train today. And the latest train we have running, I think, is 20 minutes late.
But all this could change if the weather conditions continue to worsen.
There's some more snow forecast for the next 24 hours. Sub-zero temperatures throughout the route. London -1, northeast -4. We never used to have temperatures like that, I'm sure. We're getting more and more like Canada each day. But when I think back to this weekend last year, it was a boiling hot weekend. It just goes to show. You never know what to expect. You just have to be prepared for all kinds of weathers.
On the train speeding north, Adrian's bracing himself for the worst.
It's looking heavy. Yeah, it looks very thick. I can imagine it's getting worse as we get further north.
While the train crews battle through the snow on their way north, Back at King's Cross, young customer services assistants Jack and Bianca have landed a plum job. East Coast is rolling out a new uniform, and this lucky pair will be modelling the collection on its first public outing.
I've seen the new uniform and I thought I really loved it. I really liked it. It's very pink, but for me, I love it. So
I've only seen the pictures. I've only seen the pictures with the waistcoats and everybody's written all over it saying, no waistcoat.
Bianca is clearly excited about the new look.
I've only been here a year and a half and I feel like I need a change of the uniform, so this is coming right at the best time.
But Jack seems a little more sceptical.
I feel like I'm looking at a book of carpet samples. It's very pink. How good do I look?
Compliment your hair.
Yeah, thank you.
East Coast plans to introduce the new look in shirts, ties, jumpers, and yes, Jack, waistcoats. Around 20,000 garments will be rolled out across the network.
Right then, we're going to try it on.
No? Okay, yeah. Give this a try. Yeah, pinning it around the back there.
Looks like Jack is coming around to the new image.
But yeah, there you go, ready for customer service.
What do you think?
Very nice. I think yours fits a bit better than mine.
Yeah, your waistcoat doesn't...
It fits. I can't pinning it around the back there.
Jack and Bianca will be modelling the new uniform in the East Coast service from London to Leeds, and it's almost departure time. En route to Newcastle, train guard Adrian assists a passenger who missed his scheduled connection because of the snow.
What time's the connection? Let's have a look. There's a 9:49.
How long does it take for them to get to Sheffield?
That'll get to Sheffield at 10:19. But obviously there might be delays themselves as well, so...
Just like the passengers, Adrian is anxious that the bad weather doesn't leave him stuck in transit, unable to get home to London.
Lovely jubbly. Like anybody else, I want to get home to my family, so I don't want to be delayed any longer than I have to be. I've got a wife and 3 kids at home, and I want to be home to see them before they go to bed.
The train's pulling into Newcastle, and Adrian's got an hour to wait for his homeward-bound train, which is currently heading south from Inverness.
I hope the snow settles down now so we can get back home on time, but who knows?
Back at King's Cross, Jack and Bianca's impromptu fashion show is about to begin on the Leeds-bound train. At the cafe bar, Jack's come up with a cunning plan.
I'm just going to ask people when they come up to the bar whether they like the new uniform or not, and I'm just going to make a tally and see whether or not at the end of the day it's a good idea. It's a way to do it. Maybe not the best, but probably the most fun.
And not to be outdone, Bianca's canvassing passengers' opinions about the new outfits.
Yeah, this is our new uniform today. Just wanted to see what you think about it.
That's really nice.
Oh, good.
It's smart, colourful as well.
It's very bright, isn't it? Yeah. We stick out a bit. Everyone was saying they liked the colour. I think that's what everyone's feeling. It stands out. I think we want to stand out from the crowd. We are something special, so we want a nice uniform to go with the way we feel, sort of, really. So that's it.
The ladies like the look, but what will Jack's customers say?
Well, what do you think? Do you think this is a smart uniform? This is a uniform change for us, yeah? Do you want to just fill in my very official poll that I've devised there for you, sir?
That's a yes, but Jack is angling for more.
Hiya. What do you think of the new uniform, sir? Yeah? Ah, fair enough. Oh dear, it's all good fun.
What do you think is our new one?
It's very lovely.
Thank you. There you go.
Yeah, I know, it's I quite like pinky sort of tones.
See, women, we love the pink.
Yeah.
What do you think, sir? New uniform?
Yeah, it's all right, yeah.
Do you think this one's very smart? Do you like it?
Yes.
Yeah? Good.
I
Great.
noticed it on the platform on a lady as I walked up, one of your colleagues.
What do you think about our new uniform? We're just trying these out today.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, lovely.
I like the short sleeves especially.
Yeah.
Back in Newcastle, after an hour break, train card Adrian's London-bound train is good to go, and the snowfall has stopped for the time being. But now he's facing something much, much worse.
Excellent. That was our control saying there's a child been sick in coach E for Echo, seats 5 and 6. Maybe I don't have a look at how much of a cleaning it needs. I hate kids sick. Well, my kids are sick at home. I can't stomach it.
Adrian surveys the damage, and it's not as bad as he had feared.
All right, no, it's not as bad as I thought. People have drive time things, don't they? I thought it'd be everywhere.
As a guard, Adrian won't do the dirty work. A clean-up team will take care of it at the next station stop.
You're right, Princess.
Are you better?
Not really.
Are you sick?
It's now late afternoon, and the snowstorm has let up.
Be 144 down on platform 1, just about in the left. All right. Yeah, I think the rest of the day is going to be pretty smooth, to be honest. Last sort of half an hour, it's died down a lot. There's not as many delays, fingers crossed.
Adrian's relieved. The snow is no longer a worry. In fact, his train is making good time into London.
It's always good getting back into London, especially if you're early as well, which is a refreshing change. And your buggy. That's no problem at all, that's all right. She's happy she's back on solid ground.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
While Adrian heads home to his family, Jack and Bianca's train rolls into Leeds, and the momentous moment has arrived. The boats have been counted, and the result is...
We have 7 ticks for yes and 0 ticks for no. So overall, I think it's going to be a good uniform.
A death on the line creates chaos.
East Coast Control, it impacted on us quite heavily.
Ed and Black are not very good.
The standing for them train, there's only one result.
It should be just a regular Thursday for employees and travellers on the East Coast Line. 155 services carrying thousands of passengers across 936 miles of track. East Coast staff members are used to dealing with anything the job can throw at them. But there's one event that every employee dreads.
Just come in from a train from York, just departed from Doncaster, arrived in Retford and heard about that there'd been a fatality. So just narrowly escaped whatever happened up there.
Any death on the tracks, suicide, accidental or suspicious, can cause severe delays while the police investigate.
East Coast Control.
In York, at the East Coast Control Centre, rolling stock controller Gary and his team are facing major disruptions.
It was a River cross-country service just south of York. So that was the one involved in the fatality. Although it wasn't an East Coast train involved in it, it impacted on us quite heavily. It closed the main lines to and from London. It closed them for approximately, I think it's about 90 minutes all told. So there was no services permitted to move south of York for that period of time.
The police have given the rail companies the all clear, and York Control's first objective is to bring all services currently delayed back on time as quickly as possible.
If we terminate the Sierra 13 or Sierra 15,
Sierra 13 would probably be the better one for us.
Gary is terminating services running north from York and concentrating on moving enough trains south to King's Cross to prepare for the capital's evening rush.
Rather than chase our tails all day, I'm to terminate short to bring a service back on time. It's a little bit of pain for the good in the end to get everything back on an even keel.
For now, train guard Claire is stuck at King's Cross.
Everything's been late now, so hopefully my train coming in won't be too late, but a bit crazy. This is the trains that are coming from north, so you can find out which is making your train to go back. This is the running board of the ones that are running late. So the green ones are okay, red and black are not very good. I'm just hoping that the train that we have to go back is in on time and then everything's fine.
Fatalities, particularly suicides, are a sobering aspect of life on the railway. In the last year, there have been 238 recorded suicides on UK railways. That figure comprised nearly 4% of all UK suicides. Fatalities cost the UK railway industry millions of pounds a year, but the human cost is impossible to measure.
For me, I think the most difficult and challenging aspect is the amount of fatalities that we have on the railway. I mean, sometimes you can get a week where obviously you don't have one. At other times, you know, I had 5 in the space of 3 days. The drivers have an incredibly difficult time.
One driver who's come face to face with the potential suicide is Graham. Based in Newcastle, he's worked on the railway for over 34 years.
Ultimately, it's an awful experience for the driver involved because obviously he sees and he can do nothing about it. For example, I'm doing nearly 120 miles an hour now, and if somebody decided to just run in front of me, about 100 yards in front of us, it doesn't matter how hard I put the brake on, with 700-800 tons behind us, you're never going to stop.
The memory of the person he hit still haunts him.
He was only a young lad, he was the same age as my son. He was only 14. Why he did it, I'll never know. And I did speak to my son afterwards. I said, if you think anything's bad, it's never that bad, ever. We can always sort something out, but it's never bad for somebody to have to do that, stand in front of a train. Because they stand in front of a train, there's only one result.
Any driver involved in a fatality receives care and counselling.
It's very important that that care and that support is in place for them.
It can affect different drivers in different ways. There's drivers I've known who have actually had fatalities in the past and they've been back at work within 2 weeks. But there's other drivers that have been off for 6 months, and I'm sure there's drivers in the past that's actually finished their career because they couldn't get back in the cab. The drivers I've known who have been off a long time, that's been the thing, they've not been able to get back in the cab. It's been very difficult to go over the piece of track again where that incident's happened because it's still in their mind.
An hour has passed since the police gave the all clear, but back at East Coast Control in York, the delays continue to disrupt the schedule.
Right, John, Sierra 13, terminate Newcastle.
Yeah.
Echo 24, SSO Berwick.
Yeah. Are we putting Berwick in S15 as well? Because S16 could be quite full.
Today's delays have affected all East Coast passengers. Those travelling north to Scotland are among the worst affected.
One's 87 minutes late, one's 66 minutes late, and they're all late runners. So one's heading towards London, and that'll terminate. And then we've got the Inverness train that's running 66 minutes late. So that'll have an impact on our customers when they get to Inverness, because they probably missed the last ScotRail service. So we'll have to provide onward transport, whether it be in taxis or maybe a coach, depending on how many passengers are. And it's all part of their contract for us to get them to the final destination.
The control centre team is determined to keep the inconvenience for passengers down to a minimum, but some knock-on delays are inevitable.
Unfortunately, when you get something like a fatality, it puts things into context a little bit. It's not great, and unfortunately we seem to get more than our fair share of them. Passengers, as long as updated and you lay the cards on the table, then I think they're a bit more understanding of the circumstances. It's out of your control.
A death on the track is stressful for passengers and staff alike, but for those employees whose job it is to deal directly with the aftermath, the stress is particularly acute.
One of my roles as a technical team leader, I do get called out to fatalities. can remember the last one I went out to was a young girl. She was only 16, 17 years old, was hit by one of our trains that killed her instantly. And I do remember helping the police collect body parts, cleaning up, and remember a passenger leaning out of a window saying to me, "Oh, we're going to be much longer." And that was quite hurtful. We do our best, but on the front of the train there was somebody dead. You know, somebody had taken their life on the front of the train, and you know, what was asked of me is, "You're going to be much longer."
No, Echo 23 start Newcastle, Clyde. 1750.
Back at East Coast headquarters, the control centre team is anticipating the impact of the delays on rush hour London.
Have you seen all these late runners we've got coming from the north? Nothing's terminating short, and at the moment we've got no plans for anything to be cancelled going back out. We'll just keep running with everything. If we get late starts, then we'll just have to grin and bear it. There will be impacts in London. Might mean pressure on in London for 15-20 minute turnarounds.
About 60% of East Coast passengers start or finish their journey at King's Cross, so Gary has every reason to worry about the impact of the day's delays on rush hour traffic. Claire's train finally comes in.
Is this the 3:30?
But another delay ties up the schedule.
The line is out of use at the moment.
And train guard Kane races to avoid mishap.
Excuse me.
The majority of passengers are quite understanding when you explain to them over the tannoy that the train's been delayed due to a fatality. Unfortunately, in this day and age, it is quite frequent, fatalities, and it causes a lot of delays and throughout the whole day.
A fatality on the tracks earlier in the day has put the East Coast schedule back by more than 2 hours.
Well, that's the one that's gone first anyway.
Services going north from York to Scotland have been terminated, and now the focus is to get enough trains south to King's Cross to handle the evening commuter rush. Station Customer Services Manager Olga is bracing herself for the possible onslaught of late trains and upset passengers.
The black one, which is heavily delayed, is 87 minutes late now. This train meant to form 5 minutes past 4 to Leeds. So as it's currently an hour away from here, so it's definitely not gonna form 5 minutes past 4. As well as this train, yeah, it's over an hour late as well. So that means that we need to find another train, which is a set swap, basically.
A set is rail speak for a whole train. A set swap essentially means prepping a train to take a different route than it was originally booked for. And at King's Cross, with rush hour fast approaching, it's essential to do this very, very quickly.
With our dispatchers and duty team leaders who needs to be on the ball of everything and who needs to make sure that all the trains that arrive late, they're all tanked and serviced and cleaned and reserved very quickly.
It's not just paying customers who've been affected by today's disruptions. Train guard Claire's been stuck in King's Cross waiting for her return train to Newcastle. And there's good news. It's just come in.
So mine's on platform 2, but it's got 2 head codes, so I'll have to go and find out which one's ours. Is this the 3:30? It's got 2 head codes on the board?
Yeah.
All right. I think this is my train, so we must be leaving on time, so that's all I'm bothered about.
Claire is finally on her way home to Newcastle, and it looks like the tangle of delays across the network is slowly but surely being straightened out.
East Coast Control. Yeah, we've got Echo 25 behind him, but I would imagine there'll be quite a lot of people going.
But the day's drama is not over yet. Back at East Coast Control, the team has been hit by another unforeseen snag.
Yeah, we've got a plastic sheet on the overhead line equipment at Grantham.
year, hundreds of plastic bags and kiddies' balloons wreak havoc, costing the rail company precious time and money.
That's the contact wire there, where the plastic bag is actually laying on as well. That's where the electric locomotives pick the overhead line supply up.
With trains running at up to 125 miles per hour and over 25,000 volts of live electricity coursing through the cables, contact with even the flimsiest of objects has the potential to cause serious damage.
So if that gets tangled in the pantograph, it causes all sorts of problems, losing power and everything. So it always amazes when you've got 1,000 acres of sky up there, yet these things seem to find the overhead line equipment. The line is out of use at the moment until that's removed safely by overhead line staff.
At King's Cross, Olga is still concerned about a last-minute set swap that could prevent the 5 p.m. train to Edinburgh from leaving on time.
1700, do you still need help for that, yeah? Yeah, all right, thank you.
But the efforts of East Coast Control have paid off. Enough trains have made it south to London on time, so last-minute set swaps aren't required.
It's already there, boarding, and we'll be ready to leave exactly on time, so all good now.
Olga's happy. The busy commuter exodus from King's Cross is running without major disruption. And back at East Coast Control in York, the plastic bag snag has been resolved.
Thank you. Cheers, Stan. Right, John. Grantham, we're okay now.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Thanks. So the bag at Grantham's now been removed, so services running through Grantham heading northbound. Normal running, normal working resumed. So that's all clear and out of the way now.
With his shift drawing to a close, Gary's hopeful that he's seen the last of the day's delays.
We're pulling round slowly but surely. It was a lot better than it was about 3 hours or so ago. I've got about an hour and a half to go, so yeah, hopefully we're over the worst of today, so I can go home and have a nice bite to eat at home at tea.
It's not just the control centre staff that troubleshoots problems on the line. East Coast also has a team of roving engineers who work behind the scenes, making sure the network runs smoothly. In Peterborough, train fitter Alistair is on call.
I like fixing things, yeah.
When a driver reports a mechanical issue, Alistair rides the rails to diagnose the problem.
It's something different every day. It's what helps to make it interesting.
Today, Alistair's tending a locomotive with a faulty speedometer. The reading jumps erratically from 125 up to 140 miles an hour.
It keeps jumping up every now and then at certain bends and things, causing the drivers a bit of consternation. And it's usually a problem with one of these probes where the cables have got crushed or have partly damaged. I've opened the door so I can actually see what the speedo's doing, see when it does actually jump. If you look at the speedo, you'll see it's doing 140 miles an hour.
Relax, passengers, it's not actually going that speed, it's just a faulty reading.
Even when it was doing that, I couldn't really get a satisfactory reading from any of the probe. I'll have to wait and see if it does it again.
And don't worry that there's no driver. That's because Alistair is in the training car at the back of the train. Halfway to London, the probe picks up the problem.
If you notice there that the figures are dancing about all over the place, that's the actual voltage output from number 4 probe, and it's not as steady as it should be. Something not right there. I think what we'll do, we'll ask the maintenance control, see if we can get the probe on number 4 axle changed tonight, see if that cures it.
The fault is found and reported. Alistair's patience and persistence have paid off.
The whole idea of the job is to make sure that the service runs as efficiently as possible with the least amount of delay to the passenger. Cheers. Ta-da.
Unbeknown to the travelling public, Alistair packs up and quietly slips off the train, leaving no trace behind.
You're always behind the scenes, never at the front, sort of just trying to keeping your head down, getting your hands dirty and mending things.
And that's how he likes it.
Where are you travelling to, sir? Newcastle. Newcastle, yeah, if you go to this next door and walk through it, they'll be going shortly, sir.
While train fitter Alistair operates behind the scenes, the train guard's role is front and centre. Kane's been a guard for a year, and one thing he's learnt about the job is...
Every day is different on the railway.
He may be just a ticket collector to you, but this guy is primed for every eventuality.
This is the ticket printing machine. We accept credit cards, have a scanner for the new print at home tickets. These are the all-important ticket stampers, the T-key and the T-key holder. This is to open your panels. And my awkwardly positioned torch, so it's just a lamp for dispatch in the dark. It's sets to either clear light, green light or red light for emergencies. Oh, whistle. And that's just not an ID card, it's also a PTS card. That little box at the bottom proves I've passed my own personal track safety test. And the hair's always got to look good.
Kane is an on-board superhero, ready for any mission.
The lights have gone out in carriage C.
In carriage C?
Yeah, so every time we go through the tunnel, we're in complete darkness.
Oh, right, I'll come down straight away and sort that.
Fuses blown or something, so...
We've probably gone through a section where the power's been lost, but I'll...
By the time the passengers caught up with Kane and carried C, the problem's been sorted.
We're getting to York.
Emergency over.
Emergency over. The problem is fixed. There's a thing on the railway, never say something's fixed, because we work on jinx. When I first started as a guard, I was jinxed for the first few weeks. Touch wood. Not been a jinx since, you know. Okay. Checking all tickets, please.
A jinx, you say, Kane? It would appear that railway people are a superstitious lot.
Oh.
Old team plumbing.
Yeah, ticket in the coffin. I've never done that before, ever.
As the train approaches Peterborough, Kane faces yet another headache. This time it's a problem with the doors.
Nope. Tunnel's not working.
Kane flies into action.
I just doing a little jog, I'm a bit flustered. I did a marathon last year, believe it or not, and I'm not as fit as I want.
It's a mad Saturday night and Pam reads the riot act.
No, one more and you're off the station.
And Julie goes full throttle to stop an accident in the making.
You never know what's going to happen. You never know what each carriage could unfold. You're going into each carriage blind as much, and you're on your own as well. So if something does unfold in front of you, you have to think fast. Our job can be compared to a counsellor, a policeman, a security guard. Each scenario requires you to wear a different cap.
Being a train guard might look simple, but it's a demanding and complex job. The most important duty is safety.
Initially, I'd take my lead off the driver, but if anything was to happen to the driver, then I would be in charge of passenger safety, organising emergency services, protecting the line, because that's the main thing. You know, if something were to happen on a train, you have to stop traffic. That's the first thing that you do, which is why we have in here, they are track safety clips. And they're the ones that will be put on each side of the track, and they'll turn the signal ahead to red and the one behind, so it stops train traffic.
A guard must be equipped for whatever gets thrown at him, even canine management.
Oh, calm down, calm down. Calm calm down. I've been put on dog sitting patrol, so I'm having a lot of firsts today. A lot of firsts. You know, this is a rare occasion that I get asked to dog sit. Oh, bless it, it's shaking. Is the guy still gone because I'm taking this dog? Oh, no, I'm taking the dog. Caught in the red-handed, I'm going to take that dog up.
The train arrives at Newcastle and Kane's clocking off.
I bought Lord of the Rings on Blu-ray yesterday, so I'm going home to chill. Probably get a couple of 3 or 4 packets of cookies on the way home and just nosh to my heart's content. Right, see you later. See you later, Paul.
Kane can kick back and relax, knowing he's done a good day's work. But for other East Coast staff, the working day is just beginning. York Station is one of the busiest on the East Coast line. 5.8 million passengers pass through the station each year. If there's one shift that's guaranteed to be lively, it's Saturday night. Information controller Julie finds it one of the most unpredictable shifts of her week.
Yeah, I do. I like Saturdays. It's entertaining, so it's a really good shift. We'll be busy about 5 o'clock onwards, right through till after 10 o'clock with hen parties, stag parties, just people out for days out drinking. So you just got to keep your eye on them, chance of fall on the track or just be stupid when the train comes in, so you just got to be vigilant with them at all times. It must be a dressy up for tonight, getting ready, but I won't come on station with rollers in, that's for sure. Rail 7 to 9.
A last-minute track reassignment puts Julie on the alert.
Come on, let's run.
2 trains are coming in on platform 9, one right after another. Julie has to make sure passengers don't get on the wrong train.
This is going to be organised chaos on here at the moment because we've got a Newcastle coming in now and we've got a London coming in straight after. So we've got to make sure that they don't get on the wrong train and tell them. Where are you going? See, in this one, I said it's the second train, not this one. See, that's what I mean, confusion. Rail 7 to Rail 3, any chance you can ask the guard to do an announcement to say this is the Newcastle, not the London service? This isn't the Doncaster, it's the next one. This is a Newcastle service.
But there's only so many people Julie can take care of.
Thanks, Jeff. She's on the wrong train, that lady, now. Keep away! Number 5 for London now. 5, just through there. Anybody for London, number 5? Anybody for the London platform 5?
Julie barely has a moment's pause before she's on the run again.
Hang on. There's a gentleman on, it's just come off train on 3. I don't know if he's fallen or something, but the guards just said he might have broke his leg or hurt some ligaments, so he just needs a wheelchair to get him to the taxi rank to the hospital. So we'll just go and see what's happened. Oh. Can you not get up? Hang on.
No, but...
I'll get somebody to come and help me. Are you sure?
Yeah, it's fine.
Hang on.
Oh.
All right, hang on, I'll get it for you. Where you come from? Oh no, they're slowest trains.
Yeah.
Oh, bless.
Thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome. I hope you're better.
Never made it here, mate.
He got his injury playing football, he said. He thinks he's pulled a ligament in his leg, because I thought at one stage it might have been broken. But he said he's going home, maybe have a hot bath and see how he goes, and then he might go to the hospital. All right, see you later. Bye. So that's another thing on a Saturday night, but at least he was really nice, a nice bloke. and that for helping him.
In Newcastle, customer service assistants Pam and Claire are in the midst of Saturday night shenanigans.
Have you had a good night? Yeah? Yeah? No. Oh, you've got to be nice. Hey, Mum. Hey, Mum.
Careful, boys, keep it clean.
No. Nope. No, we don't have that. Mummy instincts came out there, did you see? No.
There's young ladies. Nope. We don't have swearing.
No.
Oi. One more,
Oh, you can't
and you're off the station.
I love my Doris. Oh.
On the other side of the platform, Pam and Claire spot an all too familiar sight.
Stephen, you better get your mop out.
Steve, you might want to put at least a cone in front of him. Every weekend, it's a common thing, and unfortunately, it's our colleagues that have to go and clear it up. Not a nice job.
Just another Saturday night in Newcastle. Back in York, Julie's eagle eye spots a potential disaster and she's back running.
On! No, I'm not winning. Either on or off, quickly. On or off, quick. No, you'll have to get on or off. On or off. Move back. No, off the track. Off. Some ladies, the girls who was already on the train, was holding the doors. It was their mates that came at last minute. She went, as the train was going, she went to try and push the door open, but she had a few drinks. If she'd have slipped, she'd have been right down the side of the train, and she'd probably have been killed. So that's why I ran down to try and stop her from getting on. And that's my shift finished. And I'm absolutely tired out, running about. But it's been a good night and a good shift, so I've enjoyed it.
You've earned your stripes tonight, Julie.